Morning, good morning. We are live. Welcome to Lyonsview Realty Financial Fridays. My name is Clara Lyons-DeVaughn, and I am the broker owner of Lyonsview Realty. Our team provides residential, commercial for small businesses and nonprofits, and property management services. I'm also the CEO of Lyonsview Academy, and we provide pre-licensing, real estate pre-licensing education, and credit counseling, continuing education, and distressed homeowner solutions, lifestyle, health, wealth, and wellness education as well through the Academy. So, Lyonsview Realty launched Financial Fridays to help you stay current on the trends that impact your bottom line. Our goal is to provide you with resources, information, and tips to assist you in making the best financial decisions. And our commitment is to maximize your wealth building power now and in the future. So I'm glad you tuned in today. Welcome. Feel free to like and share this video. We stream live on both Facebook and YouTube, so you can catch it either place. And if you have any questions, just drop them in the comment section and we will definitely get back. So, what do you need to do to ease on down, ease on down, ease on down to the road to property ownership, whether you are buying it your first home, your second home, your vacation home, your investment property? There's some things that you can do that will help you be more successful. So we talked about how you get started. You need to save money, you need to reduce your debt, you need to get your power team in place. And if you missed that video, you can catch it. Um, Lyonsview Realty Financial Fridays on YouTube or on Facebook. But today we're going to talk about those things you have to consider to be successful in getting that next property. So, what are they? Price, location, and amenities. Let me say it again: price, location, and amenities. And we're going to talk about a bonus if we have time, which is home viewing etiquette, especially amidst COVID. But it's really important to have an idea of what you want up front and to be really honest with yourself and to be honest with your real estate agent, because the more information you provide to your agent, the more they can be successful in assisting you in getting that next home purchase. So let's talk about price. A pre qualification is absolutely necessary upfront. If you haven't gotten that lender on your power team, talk to them, gotten your pre qualification letter, you really don't know how much you can afford to purchase. You want to know upfront what it is you're looking for, what price range you want to be in. And that lender is going to help you determine not only your maximum um, purchasing power, but once you know what that is, you need a budget, because you might be able to qualify for $1 million, but your budget might say 700,000, right? So your budget really determines what you should do. You know, your pre-qual tells you what you can do. So the maximum that you'll be able to purchase, your maximum purchase power is in your pre-qualification letter. So you want to look for homes that are within your budget power and also within your maximum lending power. And you can do a buffer. You can go a little bit over or a little bit under what's on your pre-qualification letter. But if you spend time looking at unaffordable stuff, you're going to miss opportunities. You're going to miss that property that is just right for you. So when you're in a seller's market, you're going to pay more. In a buyer's market, you might pay less. So knowing what you can qualify for is just so important. Next, you want to narrow your location. So gone are the days of going to every single property in every single community looking for your house. If you narrow your location, you're going to be more successful because price points are different. Price points vary by city, price points vary by neighborhoods. Price points can vary not as much on the same block, but they can. You know, if there's a distressed property on that block versus a property that's, you know, similar to other properties on the block, you're going to pay a different price. But if you're not looking in the right place, you're not going to find what you're looking for in that place. So just narrow it down. If possible, narrow it to 3 areas, that you are interested in, your most desired area. Um, you might miss that deal again, looking in the wrong place. That property pops up. So you need to do your homework. Yes. So who's on that power team? You are on that power team. You're the most important person because you will be living in this property, or you will be renting out this property if it's an investment property. So you need to know what it is that is going to work for you. Do your homework. Check out the schools, check out if you need a hospital, if you have medical conditions and you want that to be within a certain distance. Other amenities, if you like going to the gym and you want to be, a certain time frame from from your local gym or from the malls or where you get your mall, or where you go to work, your proximity to work, all of that is important. Very, very important. So do your homework so that you know what's the best location for you. And if budget is an issue, be flexible on the location. Yeah, be flexible on the location. So your budget may not get you the location that you absolutely, absolutely desire. And that's okay. You can build up to that, but be flexible on the location if budget is an issue. If budget is not an issue, if you have money to be in the location that you want to be, most definitely go for it, but focus in on at least 3 areas, and that will definitely help you be more successful. So, our next point is, so what's the difference between a need and a want? Functionality determines a need, right? Desires determine a want. I'll say that again. Functionality determines a need. Desires determine a want. So, what is functionality? Functionality is the layout, it's the space in a home, it's how you're going to use the house, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms, how many people are going to be in the house. If you have a property that has a septic system. That septic system is designed for the number of bedrooms and bathrooms, the capacity of that house. If you're on public, it's not so much an issue because the capacity is maintained by the city. But if you want to add another bathroom, um, that would be important if you're on a septic system. So the functionality, how you're going to use that house. Um, what's important, the layout of the house. Do you need a bedroom on the first level? Do you need 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms? Do you need a basement, a space to put your family? Do you need an office because you might be working from home? So the functionality of the house is really the most important need. And so just being clear on how you're going to use that house will help you narrow down your search and really help you be more successful. Also, the type of house. So, do you need a single family house? Do you need a townhouse or a condo, a rancher? Do you need to be all on one level because you can't do stairs or you don't want to do stairs? A bi-level. A bi-level has bedrooms on, a couple of steps up, couple of steps down. A Dutch. A Dutch has at least 2 bedrooms on the main level and 2 bedrooms up level. So knowing what type of home you need, what type of functionality you need is very important. But at the end of the day, for functionality, you need a roof over your head. And you need a roof over your head at a price that you can afford. And that's going to be affordable to you, whether you'll be living in that property or whether it will be an investment property. If it's an investment property, then the numbers need to work. So you need to know what are the numbers that make this deal work for you. So people say, oh, find me a good deal. Well, that means different things to different people. So you need to know functionally what that means for you. So let's get to the desire side. A desire is determined by what you want. And it could be the location, it could be the resale, it could be stainless steel. A lot of people want stainless steel nowadays, paint color, the type of floors. All of these things are things you definitely should take into consideration, but location is the most important thing, and functionality is the most important thing, and the type of house that fits your lifestyle is the most important thing. The things that you want, you can get over time. If the layout of the house supports it, then you're good. But if you have a house of 5 and you need at least two bathrooms, you need space to be able to either add another bathroom. So that becomes a functionality issue, that becomes a definite need. So why look at houses with one bathroom when you know you need at least one and a half or two or three or four if you can afford that? So determining your needs for your wants, those needs you can pull back on. You can paint later, right? If the layout is great, the neighborhood is great, all those things are great, your resale value over time is going to be great, you know, put in the time and the work and paint. So what? It's pink. You can paint that a different color. So what? It doesn't have stainless steel appliances, for about $1,500 to maybe $5,000, depending on your taste. You can get a new appliance package for your kitchen. So take those cost items into consideration and look at that as an investment in your future. You're going to be there 5, 10, 15, maybe even 30 years. And those are things that you can do. Your desires are things you can do in time if the basis, is there, the functionality is there, the bedrooms, the baths, the layout, the type of home. If all of that's there, you can add the things that you desire. And you may be able to find something a little bit less expensive, right? If you get it in the neighborhood you want, get it with the functionality you want, but it may not have all those things. So other people may walk away and you get that better deal. So most base homes, even in new developments, are not designed with all of the bells and whistles. They're just not made that way. So the bells and whistles are added. You, the homeowner, add them to reflect your personality, to reflect you know, what you like and what you desire. And if you can find all of it, great. But don't let that be the reason why you don't purchase a property if it meets your functional needs. So amenities, needs, and wants. Know what those things are upfront, and know the things that you're flexible on. And if you're looking for a long time and you haven't found a property, it may be that you're putting your needs over your wants, or excuse me, you're putting your wants over your needs. You're putting those things that you desire over those things that would be functional for you. And actually, we do have time. So we're going to talk about home viewing etiquette, which is also very, very important when you're looking for a home. So don't ask to see homes that don't match your situation, right? If you know you have $100,000 budget, don't ask to see a $300,000 house, right? The house should match your pre-qualification that you've gotten for the lender. That's absolutely, absolutely number one. Two, condition. The house should match what you're willing to do. If you know you don't want a fixer, you don't want to have to rip up carpet, or you want hardwood floors, and you see a house that doesn't have that, and why initially spend time looking at that house unless the functionality and the location is just off the chain? Don't waste your time looking at things that don't match for condition. If you're not doing a fixer, if you need a move-in ready house, look for something that's move-in ready. Taxes. This is a big one that people overlook. Taxes will impact your bottom line. The price might be perfect, but when you see those taxes are $12,000 a year, that's another $1,000 on your mortgage payment, and it could kick you out of your qualification. So check in with your lender. Check in with your lender to see what's the maximum taxes. If the price is lower, you might be able to go up a little bit higher on the taxes, but look at the taxes. Also, look at what is required for the certificate of occupancy. A lot of times now, the seller is passing on that responsibility, especially in a seller's market. They're passing it on to the buyer. So you want to know upfront what is required for that township to pass that certificate of occupancy, to see if that's something that you can do. Um, so remember, you are the most important person on your power team. So doing your homework, knowing what you want, what you need, and if the house that you're asking to view, that you're asking for an appointment for, fits your criteria. So if your agent tells you, oh, boo, this house has taxes that are 12 grand, you know, we need to take this off the list. Be mindful. Or if they say, oh, this is a fixer as is house, pictures look great. So if the house looks like the pictures, maybe we can we can do this. But if you get inside and there's holes in the wall and it's a true fixer, maybe that's a pass. So condition, taxes, or if the certificate of occupancy requirements are off the chain, that might be something that you want to pass on. You want to make an appointment 48 hours in advance. So if there's properties that you want to see, give your agent at least 48 hours. It takes sometimes 24 hours to confirm an appointment, or there is, the seller has a 24-hour requirement to see the property unless it's vacant. So you want to give enough time. You want to include dates and times that you are available in your request. So if you're available Sunday from 1 to 2, you want to let your agent know this is the best time for me and this is the best date that I'd like to see this particular property. If that's ASAP, well, ASAP is today and between 5 and 6. Just be helpful. You want to confirm the meeting location, the time and date right before, the day before if possible. So just reaching out saying, hey, we're on for tomorrow, and where you're going to meet. So we're going to meet at X property at X time. Just checking in, confirm that you're going to be there. And that works both ways. Your agent will be reaching out to you, and you should also confirm with your agent. If you're running behind or late, call or text, say, I'm running behind our scheduled time, but I will be there. Yes, I'll be there. You want to limit your party to the decision makers. If at all possible, leave the children at home. Leave your friend who has tons of opinions at home. At the end of the day, you and your family are going to be living in this house, and it's your opinion that matters. Um, it's your opinion that matters. So if you have to bring the children, go over some rules. No touching. No touching. Yeah, the house doesn't belong to you, especially if the house is occupied. Do not touch anything. That's for the adults and the children. Stay together if the house is occupied. Stay with your agent, um, especially if you're a large party. You can't have one person in the one room and everybody else is in another room. If the house is vacant, doesn't matter. Do your thing. But if the house is occupied, try to stay together. Uh, it's the it's just good for liability if things uh, happen. It's better that you stay together. Um, Ask in advance if you can video. This is really important. So, and do that before the showing because the agent may want to reach out to the seller to find out if they're okay with you videoing what's in the property. If it's vacant, it's usually not an issue. But if the property is occupied, definitely ask in advance of the appointment so that the agent can reach out and make contact with the seller's agent who can make contact with the seller to find out if they're okay with you videoing inside of um, the home. While you're there, take notes. It's best to see anywhere 3, 6 max in a time frame. After 6 homes, sometimes you just don't remember everything that you've seen and which amenities which went with what property. So take notes. Take notes as you're going through each property of the things that you liked. If there are things that you want to include in the offer, a pool table, a swing set outside, things that are not attached to personal items, take note of those things in relationship to that house. So if you make an offer on that particular property, you can put those things in your offer. Um, so if you have a checklist, bring your checklist. Bring that checklist of your wants, your needs, your price. And check off the things that match your checklist. So you can say check, 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 check. matches all of these boxes. I think I like it. Um, do not discuss, and this is something sometimes your agent may not say to you, but do not discuss anything in the home or outside or on the property of the home that you would not want repeated or heard by the homeowner or other potential buyers. So you never know if there are cameras in the property or outside of the property. So if there are things that you don't want repeated or you don't want the homeowner to hear, um, don't say it. Yeah, and if you're outside, and especially in a multiple offer situation, and there are other people or other potential buyers outside, you know, save your conversation till you get in the car, call your agent, and talk while you're on your way to the next property over the phone. Um, but yeah, or even nosy neighbors sometimes. Just have those conversations. Try to keep them more um, um, in private. You want to make an offer as soon as you can. So if you like the house, don't spend an hour looking and figuring out where you're going to place furniture and where everybody's going to be. It really does not matter until you have an accepted offer, and really when you're under contract on the property. So I had a situation where um, we were in the property, and the buyer, he was going through and you know dreaming. And it's great to dream, really love the property. But by the time we left the property, someone else had put in an offer, and the property went under contract. They went home, were telling everybody about the property, blah blah blah, and did not say, hey, this is the offer that I want to put in, this is the dollar amount, these are the terms, these are the conditions, let's do this. So your agent needs that confirmation from you, and the sooner the better. So make your offer as soon as you can. There'll be time to dream about the placement of the furniture. There'll also be time to inspect the property. We'll talk about that um, on another video. But once you're under contract, there's time to inspect the property, bring friends by. But if you don't make the offer in a timely manner, you could miss out. And don't share your business until you're under contract. So you know, you tell someone, they tell someone else, and then someone else might be buying your dream home before you have an opportunity to put your offer in. And lastly, I want to talk about specific things to the what we're going through right now, which is COVID. So wear your mask. This is my mask. So you wanna wear your mask and keep it on during the entire showing. When you get out, before you get out the car, have your mask on. Keep 6 distance. What is 6 feet? 6 feet is think of a sofa. You're on one end of the sofa and someone else is on the other end. So if you're sofa distance apart, you're doing good. And maintain that sofa distance throughout the showing. I know you love your agent, you want to be close, you want to chat, but keep your distance as you're going through the property. Have your gloves. Now, you may not need necessarily to have gloves, but your agent might want to have gloves. You shouldn't be touching anything anyway. Your agent can open the door, open any closets, anything that you need open. Your agent can do that for you, so you can look in. But after each property, you want to use your sanitizer on your hands. I got this. I'm going to show you my mask. This is so cool. It goes up and down too. You know. So if you have a mask, whatever you're using, have your mask on, have your shield on, do your gloves. Don't touch doors, switches, light switches. Let your agent turn those on for you, and don't spend excessive time in the property. Most of the properties now are limiting the showings to 30 minutes if they're in person, and a lot of them have it where you can do it virtually. So you can see it online and make an offer. And then, later, if your offer is accepted, again, you will have time to inspect the property. And if it's not what you expected at that point in time, there are opportunities in the contract to to do something different. So what's for you is for you. Um, The more success you'll have if you are clear on your maximum price, that you have your pre-qual letter. If you are clear on the location that you want to be in, the type of house you want to have, the type of amenities that you want to have, your needs versus your wants, the functionality versus the things that you desire. If you get clear on all of the things, you increase your success factor by leaps and bounds. It puts you in the right place at the right time so that you are getting everything that you need in that property. So I just want to thank you for tuning in today. Uh, you can reach us at Lyonsview Realty 856 2090905 or info at lyonsviewrealty.com. And the information is on the bottom. If you need a free consult, on anything related to your next home purchase, just definitely reach out to us. But I just want to thank you for watching today. Financial Fridays is here to provide you with resources, information, and tips that impact your bottom line, and I hope that you receive something of value today. Sending love, light, and prayers out to those who have lost loved ones. If you have anyone who's in the hospital for any reason, if you are experiencing the impact of physical distancing, and to our essential employees, we love you. If you are providing any needed service, healthcare, food, transportation, protection for police and fire, and especially our leadership, we just want to thank you. And I encourage everyone to take care of yourself, take care of your family, and definitely stay safe. My name is Clara Lyons-DeVaughn. Financial Friday streams every Friday at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time on Facebook and YouTube, so you can join us again on Friday at 9:30. Until then, keep living your best life, and you can always catch the replay.